Are you embracing this tank? And do you have a snappy nickname for the Cooper Flagg tank?
There's an article in The Athletic planting a flag.
That's not bad. That's pretty good. 800-636-1067.
That's pretty obvious. But
the MGM
I like
National
the
Harbor
one
listener
that
lines.
I think Matt Valdez came up with it last week or 2 weeks ago. It was the poop for scoop. Or, I'm sorry.
Poop for Coop.
Poop for Coop.
Poop for Coop.
Drab just informed me that it's gone viral. Poop for Coop.
It seems
I'm a little upset.
Well, that's why we need to act fast because last night our buddy House tweeted hashtag poop for Coop.
Okay.
And then Kevin O'Connor saw it, who's got 400,000 followers, and he retweeted it.
Yeah.
And said it's incredible. I don't. Maybe House heard it on the show. Maybe just great minds think alike. I'm not sure, but we do like poop for Coop. We got to get Breaking Tea to make us a shirt.
Yeah, with the quickness.
For those that don't know about him, though, we talked about him earlier in the show. He's 6'9". He's from Maine. He transferred to Montverde.
Yeah.
And is the #1 prospect. And he's playing against Team USA, which is a loaded team. So Team USA has Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant,
Anthony Davis,
Anthony Edwards,
Devin Booker.
all these studs. And here's some quotes about him playing his first game. There's no box score. Apparently, they lost by 1 to Team USA, Team Select, which was Cooper Flagg's the only guy that's 17 playing against him. Devin Booker says, you see how bad he wants it. Jaime Jaquez Jr. from the Miami Heat said Coop was playing out of his mind. Trace Jackson Davis, who plays for the Warriors, he's not afraid of anyone. He's going to go at you. So I think it's encouraging. I said I liken his game to, from what I see, to Paul George and Jason Tatum. Like he can handle the ball. He's tall. He's not like a traditional power forward, but I can see him playing the 4 in the NBA.
He's a wing.
He can knock down threes. He can dunk. He's athletic.
The most impressive thing to me with him so far is that he went out on that court with nothing but Hall of Famers, and he wasn't backing down. Guy was just playing his game. He was launching 3-pointers. He was cutting to the basket. Like imagine what you were doing at 17.
He had confidence.
And you were playing against the best in the world.
He had a lot of confidence.
The game.
The Wizards need to do whatever they can to try and secure the #1 pick.
Oh, I think that they're well on their way to doing that.
I know, but I mean,
they should acquire like a second pick somehow. They've got assets that they're eventually going to deal, right? Get some team, if the Sacramento Kings are interested in Kyle Kuzma, which has been rumored, trade him for a #1 pick, and then hope that Sacramento doesn't make the playoffs and you get 2 lottery picks.
It's multi-tiered. #1, like JP said, is acquire whatever tradable assets you can in terms of picks to offer just a monster trade, like almost like a Ricky Williams style trade,
right?
To try and jump up if you don't get the #1 pick, and then tank as badly as you can to try and secure the #1 pick.
But if you have all those picks, like if Flagg is as good as advertised,
no one's going to trade out of it.
I know you need someone to trade with.
Yeah,
but that's just option B, is acquiring just a massive haul.
Yeah.
To float out there.
It's good to have a war chest to deal from.
I mean, that's plan B. Plan A obviously is to tank so badly that you win the lottery.
Yeah, but you can't even trade back picks in the NBA draft and first round picks. So you're offering your space. No one's going to take the trade.
Right.
If he's as advertised, it's LeBron.
It would be like trying
Wemby.
to trade for Wemby.
Yeah.
Like it would be like calling the Spurs, hey, you want to deal with the #1 pick when Wemby is now he's probably not on that level of a prospect, but he looks to be so much better than anybody else in the 2025 class. Like if you have the #1 pick, you got to take it.
I mean, I'm just trying to secure the #1 pick.
Yeah.
Anything you can to secure the number one pick.
Well, you got to get lucky too, because you could go 10-72 and have obviously the worst team in the league.
I understand that, but if I need to lose the the 82nd game of the season
to be in the last 3,
I'm going to forfeit.
They're going to be in the last 3. I think that's a given based on if you just look at their roster now and compare it to the rest of the rosters in the NBA. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA, if not the worst. Like if you look at power rankings of the NBA right now, it's going to start with the Celtics. They just won the title, bringing everybody back. They've got 5 guys making over $30 million in their starting line. And you just go down the list. you're not going to find any rankings that's going to have the Wizards higher than 29th.
No.
They're either 29th
That's
or
where they
30th.
should be. That's where
they are
deserve
terrible.
to be.
So we want to hear from you. 800-636-1067. I like Poop for Coop, but I kind of like Capture the Flag, too.
Capture the Flag is good. It's pretty solid.
I like Poop for Coop better.
Poop for Coop has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
I asked my son yesterday.
It would look good on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I asked my son yesterday. He likes Poop for Coop, and he asked, "What is Capture the Flag?" I don't even think I grew up playing Capture the Flag. Does anybody actually play Capture the Flag?
Yes, he always played it. He played it in
classic,
summer camp all the
gym?
time.
Yeah,
Yes.
summer camp game.
We didn't play it. We had one that you can't say what it was called, which might have been similar.
No, I don't think the game you're
No,
thinking
Capture
was,
the Flag is not similar
I know
to
the game
the smear game.
Yes, the smear game.
Way different game.
I don't think I ever played Capture the Flag.
You had two teams. You had a dividing line, flag on each side, and then if you got caught, you had to go to jail.
Right.
Oh, no, I never played that one.
Yes. Then the strategy is you got to free the people from jail. Then the person on the jailbreak takes the flag while coming back to the other side. That was always the strategy.
So you got Poop for Coop, Capture the Flag. If you have any other suggestions, 800-636-1067.
What about SAG for flag?
SAG for flag. I came up with flag or drag. I don't know if that's it's not as good as Capture the Flag, but it just uses rhyming. Rhyming is big.
Rhyming's big, but I don't like
big.
I don't like either flag or drag or SAG.
What about droop for Coop?
Droop for Coop? Poop for Coop's better.
I know.
Yeah, it is.
Anytime you weave in poop, it's better. It's funnier.
I see.
What about bag it and flag it?
Sounds a lot like another word.
I know. Hey, I was careful.
Yeah.
I pronounced it correctly.
Understood. I understand.
It'll make you laugh at least.
Well, it'll certainly make you laugh. There's no doubt about that.
I see Scoop the Coop.
Scoop the Coop.
Yeah, possibility.
That's good too. But it's just such bad imagery.
Isn't it
Just Scoop and
amazing
Coop
though
is just
that here in Washington, you just drafted Alex Sarr, the number 2
and now
pick.
we're talking about
he
flag.
hasn't even played one
We're
game.
jumping the entire season.
Alex Sarr
The
hasn't even
entire
played.
season.
He hasn't even played a summer league game yet.
Hey,
he hasn't played one meaningless game, and we're already looking forward to the
you
next
realize this show is basically like a 10-year-old simulating through a video game,
round. Yes, understood.
trying to get to their next season.
Right.
Well, because the season's going to be so painful.
Not.
It's going to
I
be
don't think
bad.
it's going to be that painful because
You have no
you're-
expectations.
And you're going to be looking forward to seeing Koulibaly, how much better he gets.
Right. It's all
Sarr.
about watching the build. I'm cool with watching this thing being built.
Yeah, but don't get too good.
oh,
Koulibaly.
they're not.
They're not gonna be
he's
too
not-
good.
just saying,
he's
don't
not gonna
improve.
get that
I'm just
good.
saying, don't improve
Like-
too much.
I think he averaged 8 or 9 points as a rookie.
I think that might be generous.
It might be
6.
7-ish. I think it's in the 7 range. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Just get
Over
it-
under 11.
Just get to average a dozen points. Give us 12 and 8 and a couple blocks per game, and that's a good year 2 for Koulibaly.
All right, he did average 8. He's got to
Thank
do
you.
better than that.
Right.
He's
Whoa.
got to do better than the 12.
Just not too much.
That's
not
like
too much.
that's like
Why?
the Denny Avdia
No.
trajectory.
Why does he have to do? If you're looking to poop for Coop, you don't want Koulibaly coming in scoring 20 points a game, or even 15 points a game. 8 to 12. That is a nice bump, JP.
You're still not going to win many games, even if you bumped them to 20 points a game. You're still not going. They had Kyle Kuzma scoring 22 points a game last year.
If Koulibaly scores 20 a game, I'm gonna have a bump in my shorts.
Yeah.
Well, I think you need to see him
So
on a
I'm gonna
trajectory towards that.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if he only goes to 12 points a game in year 2, Stinkorama. He needs to jump up more than that.
Tinkorama, yeah.
JP is all about guys have to be an all-star in year 2.
Yeah.
He wasn't the number 1 pick in the draft. He was the 7th pick. You got to give him some runway to improve.
I don't think JP should count his chickens here because it's going to be an unprecedented tank-off next season in the NBA.
Yes.
You have to be in the top 3. Everyone's going to be gunning for it. There are right now 8 teams that have 100-1 odds to win the NBA championship, which just basically means they're expecting them to be abysmal. First off, we all know the Nets are going to be terrible. They just traded Bridges. The Jazz are going to be terrible. The Wizards, Hornets, Pistons, Trailblazers.
I will say this.
I mean, it's going to be a stink-off.
You got to get really lucky.
If
That's the point.
If the Spurs
And the
get
players,
the number 1 pick and get Cooper Flagg, I will never watch another NBA game again because it's freaking rigged if that happens.
Cakes, I just looked up another number 7 pick.
Okay.
Okay. Koulibaly was the number 7 pick.
Yes.
Jamal Murray.
I discovered.
Jamal Murray, a number 7 pick for the Nuggets.
Yes.
First year average 9.9 points per game, so a little bit better than Koulibaly. Then he jumped to 16.7. I'm sorry, I need to see a jump,
JP,
or I'm gonna just think
the
he's.
Nugs they've got Joker. They've won a title. It's a different animal. This is a major rebuild that we're in the midst of here with the Wizards.
Right.
It's different.
But Koulibaly was the
Koulibaly's-
first piece, so he's got to make a better jump than jumping to 12 points a game.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe
with
Koulibaly's is not a 20-point-a-night scorer. Maybe he's just like he maxes out at 15, but he'll give you 8 or 9
He's
boards,
not going to get much better than 12.
Some swats. Like, I think you're a little too obsessed with the score.
And here's the other reason. There are guys on this roster who are going to take all the shots.
Right.
If Kuzma's there for the entire year, he's going to take shots. Poole's going to take shots. If Brogdon's still there, he's going to take shots.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've completely forgot about Malcolm Brogdon.
Well, he's
By
your
the way,
starting point guard.
I know.
And so you've got players already. I mean, Koulibaly might start.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be the number one option. You're going to have 2 or 3 other guys that are going to be, taking more shots than him.
Right.
So I don't see Koulibaly having like a 16, 17-point game a season.
I don't see that either. I mean, JP thinks he's going to be like a 17 or 18.
No.
He thinks he's going to have that sort of jump or
No
expecting
chance.
that sort
No,
of jump.
I'm saying yes. When I draft somebody that high, I want them to be better than 12 points a game in year 2.
You have to understand, isn't he 20 years old at this point? I think he just turned 20. Guy's super young in his growth and development stage. Like, it's not all going to happen in year 1 and 2. Like, the Koulibaly pick was, all right, by the time we're actually good in his years 4 and 5, that's when he's going to start blossoming.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least the way I look at it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm a crazy person. I don't know. Or maybe I'm a Koulibaly
And
apologist.
if Sarr has an impact in his first year,
yeah,
which we're kind of not expecting.
well, we're what? Not really. You know what? I wanted to have an impact in his second year, not his first year, because we want to have one of the worst 3 records.
Another's number 7 pick, Cake. Shaden Sharp, drafted in 2022 draft. He's on the Blazers. He jumped to 16 points a game in his second year. All I'm saying is you set a very low bar for Bilal Koulibaly because I do think you are in the tank for him.
You're just reading stats. How many shots is he putting up a game?
Well, I can give you that if you want.
I'm just telling you, Koulibaly's not going to take a lot of shots. He's just
But
not.
back to the flag bit, 800-636-1067. I'm okay with poop for Coop.
Mm-hmm.
But if other people are already claiming it, do we own it?
We don't technically own it, but I think we.
You got to get in touch with House now.
We might have been tip of the spear on it. Was anybody else saying poop for Coop?
Did he trademark it?
month
What do you
ago?
mean?
I don't know.
No, of course not.
He heard it here.
Probably heard it.
He heard Valdez say it.
All right, let's go to
That's what
go
I'm
to
guessing.
the MGM National Harbor listener lines. Let's go to Andy. What's up, Andy? You're on with the Junks. Good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Yep.
Been listening to you for years.
Thank you, sir.
I had a rhyme. Bag for flag.
Bag for flag. I don't know. I don't know that I quite get it. I don't know. It's no poop
you're
for Coop.
You're bagging the season
Oh, you're
for flag.
bagging. All right.
Yeah, you're bagging the
It's not that
season.
dissimilar than sag and
Right.
drag,
Yeah,
which have been thrown out
Or
there.
as a bag, as in you're trying to acquire Cooper.
I like mine better,
Flag.
but
Okay.
that's all right.
What was
All right,
yours
thanks.
again, Jason?
Yeah, I shouldn't say.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Andy, thanks, buddy. 800
Thanks, guys. Have a great
All right,
day.
thanks, Andy.
800-636-1067. Are you okay with the tankathon to try and get Cooper Flagg? I'm sure most fans are. Most, not all.
Yeah.
Most.
And you have a snappier name than poop for Coop or capture the flag. You can give us your suggestions at 800-636-1067. We'll take more of your calls next here on The Fan.